Hi guys, welcome back to my videos. Hope you are doing well. My name is Isha and I'm a life coach, and today I'm going to talk about the importance of negative emotions and how we can use them as a catalyst to release those suppressed feelings and transform our lives for the better. Each negative emotion we experience carries a message that we don't yet know how to interpret. So, unable to honor and use the guidance of that emotion, we shut the feeling down and it gets stored in our body as repressed emotion or suppressed emotions. So, whenever we try to avoid it forever, which results in that accumulation of those feelings over time and making us more sensitive to the world. Over time, when something triggers that emotion, we start believing that the trigger itself is the problem rather than recognizing that the issue lies within us. So let's talk about few negative emotions that we generally face in our life, in our day-to-day life. Now, first and foremost is anger. Anger is a very powerful and transformative emotion. Although it has a shadow side, which is aggression, but it only comes up when we try to resist or suppress our anger. Because in reality, anger can reveal who we are and what we truly care about in our life. It shows us where our boundaries lie and it helps us identify what we find unjust in our lives. We are mostly angry when we feel that something unjustifying is happened to us or something wrong, someone wronged us. So essentially, it is trying to move us to initiate an action. And usually, you must have seen this in your life. When the anger reaches its peak now, only then we take a massive action in our life and we experience that transformation in our lives. Or, however, whenever we try to ignore that anger or suppress it, then this anger turns into aggression, which is a behavioral manifestation now. Instead of directing that energy towards others, use it to transform yourself and understand what it is trying to tell you. The moment you acknowledge its presence, what it is trying to tell you, the moment you take that action, it will automatically will uh, fade away. Now, another emotion I want to talk about is sadness. You should first of all know that sadness is a very normal emotion. It is okay to feel sad to the loss of something or to someone that you dearly love. Our society teaches that it's wrong to feel sad. You should always feel happy and happy-go-lucky person. No. If you do not acknowledge what you are feeling, that they are going to get it stored into your subconscious as a negative feeling. So it is okay to feel sad about a loss of job, a relationship, or a general idea about life. It is very natural response, but sadness only becomes problematic when we do not allow ourselves to go through the natural phases of those grief. It never releases at once. It comes in waves, strike us at unexpected times. So never feel ever embarrassed or wrong for needing to cry, to feel down, or miss what you no longer have. It is never a sign of weakness, guys. It is a sign of mental strength. Okay, now let's talk about another negative emotion, which is embarrassment. Embarrassment is what we feel when we know that we did not behave in a way that we are proud of. And shame is a shadow side of embarrassment. So, I have seen so many times that other people don't make us that much embarrassed as much as we make ourselves. So, to deal with this, first and foremost, accept yourself for what you have done. Accept yourself, and a changed behavior is an apology to you. Because once you change that behavior, you become completely confident that you are doing the best you can with what you have. And that time others might try to embarrass you, but even in their worst judgment, the whole judgment will neutralize itself when we accept ourselves and feel proud of who we are or what we do. But on the other side, when we are trying to suppress this emotion, not accepting it, then it exaggerates into shame. Okay. Now let's talk about resentment. When we resent people now, it's generally because they did not live up to the expectations we had of them in our minds. So it's a form of projected regret, basically. Instead of changing what we need to change, we focus on what other people need to change. So essentially, we are holding an idealistic expectation that someone was meant to be exactly as we think they should be. To resolve this emotion, now we need to reinvent that image we have of those around us or those that we perceive as having wronged us. So when we let go of that idea how the others should be, we can see them for who they truly are and the role they are meant to play in our lives. Okay, now regret is another way we show ourselves what we didn't do rather than what we did. So it is not trying to make us feel bad about not living up to our own expectations. Instead, it's trying to motivate us to do better moving forward. It's showing you that you should take action now, try a little harder, or make a different choice this time. Okay? So use it for your benefit, not the opposite. Now, the very important emotion now I want to talk about is chronic fear. When we are in continuous state of fearful thinking, no matter what we are actually afraid of, that thought process itself will follow you from problem to problem, which means the fear might be associated with only one problem, but that the fearful thought process, you will take it to other situations of your life also. And the only way to get over with this is to get through it. Don't battle with it, don't resist, and don't try to even control it. Simply believe it, shrug your shoulders, say yourself, if it happens, it happens, and I will deal with it when it happens. Then and there only. Because the moment you will fully accept it, now fear leaves our consciousness and become a non-issue to us. Okay, so I hope you will try to inculcate this in your daily lifestyle. Now, guys, what I want to convey in this video is that now all our negative emotions actually are trying to say something to us that we don't want to hear out. So just let them express themselves. Only then, when we suppress them, now then they become a problem. And then they manifest in our behavior and sometimes in our extreme behaviors. So please allow your emotions to come out. It is totally okay to be alone for a while. Let your feelings have the assurance that you hear them and you try to change them and try to change yourself and learn what they are trying to say to you. As this is your first and foremost responsibility, it is completely your job to first take care of you physically, mentally, emotionally, as well as spiritually. So this was my intent of video. Hope you find it useful. That's all for today. Hope you see you in my next video. Bye bye.